Yo guys, Brian here, and today we're gonna start yet another stupidly big and crazy and stupid and big project. Today I want to transform my end into my own end city. It's gonna look amazing. Let's do this. But before I reveal my plans to you, let me first tell you what I've been doing in between episodes. And as you can see, right now we are at our biome dome. This is the project of our last video, and I AFK for probably over 50 hours to get all of this oxidized, but it was worth it. Look at it. We built all of this in our last episode, and in between episodes I just AFK'd here to get the proper color for the copper. But yeah, there are still a few patches out there like these where the blocks haven't fully oxidized yet, but that's alright, it looks really cool nonetheless. But that's not the only place where I've been AFKing. I've also been AFKing over at this statue over here, and I actually managed to get this all the way fully oxidized. But then in preparation for this video I died due to a bug and lost absolutely everything. Luckily I still had a backup. I always make backups of my world, but unfortunately I made that backup in between me finishing AFKing at my biome dome and when I just started AFKing at this thing. So yeah, unfortunately I did lose all of the AFK progress I made for this statue, but that's fine. I can always AFK. What's not fine, however, is the other type of progress I lost with that bug. Now for me to explain that, we first need to go to the end. And with that, I guess I can also tell you the plan for this video. So this right here is my end. There's nothing really special going on at the moment, but of course we'll change that in this video. So in preparation for this video, I've already killed the Ender Dragon enough times to be able to unlock every single end gateway. So this way there's no reason for me to respawn the Ender Dragon, so it destroys all of what I'm about to build today. So yeah, I killed the Ender Dragon about 20 times. That's the end of the story, right? Heh. No, it did not go well. It did not go to plan. So before I started preparing for this video, I already beat the Ender Dragon twice. So I already had 2 of the 20 gateways unlocked. And what I had to do next was kill the Ender Dragon about 18 more times. So that's what I did. I started killing the Ender Dragon over and over again. Now unfortunately, after I killed her for the 8th time and I went through that portal right there, I died due to a bug. There's a bug that makes me take 5.5 hearts of damage every time I step through that portal, even though I'm wearing full netherite armor. And I was very low at the moment and I forgot about it and I died and I lost all of my stuff. Literally everything. They didn't teleport back to spawn, they weren't here. I lost everything. Does this story sound familiar? This is what made me go back to the backup where I lost my AFKing progress of my copper statue as well. So anyways, I loaded up the backup and I had to kill the dragon all over again. This time I managed to kill her 14 times, so I had 4 more to go before that bug killed me again, losing all of my stuff again. Now luckily I did make a backup just before I went into that round, so I didn't lose anything. I could just load up my backup and continue playing. So yeah, that portal bug really messed me up. In total I've killed the Ender Dragon 26 times in the last few days. But this wasn't the only bug I had experienced in the end. I also had a bug where the overworld skybox was loaded into the end, so sometimes it was super bright, like it was daytime, and when it was nighttime in the overworld, then the skybox of the end would be the night skybox of the overworld. And then there was another bug where when I tried to leave the end by jumping into the end portal, instead of spawning me in the overworld, it just spawned me back at the platform in the end. Which is very frustrating, because every time you jump into the end portal, you're gonna take 5.5 hearts of damage, and you need to wait until you're fully regenerated again. So yeah, I also took this opportunity to get a lot of Dragon's Breath, because of course this would be my last opportunity to get it for lingering potions. So after hours of frustrating bugs and Ender Dragon fights, in the end I managed to defeat the last dragon. get it in the end. That was horrible. And also, if you were curious, yes, I'm still keeping track of my deaths in this world. We're currently at 61 deaths. And I think over 30 of them were because of the dragon. Because the first time I fought the dragon, I died like 20 times because I was in a death loop. So yeah, that was the story of what I've been up to in between episodes. But what matters is that I finally was able to get all of the end gateways unlocked. And that also means that I can finally share my plans with you for this video. So what do I want to So the first thing I want to do is cover this entire island. Oh my gosh. I'm only just realizing how big this actually is. But yeah, the plan is to cover this entire island in water. This means that Endermen aren't able to spawn anywhere apart from the Enderman farm I want to make in here as well. I actually did cover an entire end island with water in a different survival world, but that wasn't... I don't think that island was as big as this one. So yeah, I'm gonna drown this island in water. This will prevent Endermen from spawning, and it will also look mysterious and cool. And in case you didn't know, in Bedrock Edition, the water in the end looks actually purple. I think it looks really cool. And that's when I can actually start building up this place. I want this to be a city made out of end city blocks. So we're gonna use the purple and stone bricks. I don't know the names of these blocks, but I'm gonna have to go to the outer end islands and tear down an end city or something to get the blocks. And I want to transform these pillars into towers made out of these blocks. So every pillar is going to be a tower. I want to connect them with bridges. And then in the middle I want to have a big building with like an open top, and there's going to be a giant ender dragon egg up there. This is hopefully going to look really cool. Let's see if I can do this. Yes, I can. So yeah, this is going to be another insanely big project. But I'm excited. I'm excited to do this because it's gonna look really cool when it's done. At least if I manage to recreate it exactly like it's in my head, of course. So yeah, I'm gonna go straight to work here, and I'm gonna start covering this entire island in water buckets. And there we go. The entire end island is now covered in water. This actually went surprisingly well. And as you can see, no Endermen are able to spawn here, apart from on the obsidian pillars, but we can spawn proof these later. The most trouble I had was with the edges here. As you can see, it just goes back inwards, and there were so many spots where, for example, this is... No. But for example, over here you can see that there are random spaces here where Endermen can spawn, so I had to go around the entire outside. Anyways, this part of the build is now done. Now we can start working on the next part, which is trying to get the blocks required to build up our towers. So I'm gonna have to go through this portal, locate an end city, and tear it all down. Hopefully I don't die from this. Nope, we're good. Alright, let's find an end city. That was easy. Alright, so I found an end city and it looks like there are still a few more shulkers around. But you can tell that I've already looted this because I took all of the, what are they called, the end rods. So yeah, I'm gonna take this all down right now. Unfortunately, I can't really time-lapse this because I'm playing on PS4. If I want a time-lapse, I need to log in with an extra account, set it up on a tower or something. Keep in mind that account is also just a player. It's in survival. So I would have to get it all the way here, build up a tower, and then I have to hope that during the time lapse no Enderman walks in front of his eyes and gets angered by him. It's just not possible for me to get an extra player all the way out here. So I'm gonna get to work and I'm gonna destroy this one. I'm gonna see how many resources I get from this. I might have to destroy another one, but this one does look pretty big, so I should have enough to build our towers. So I'm gonna see you in a few hours. And there we go, the end city is no more. I tore it all down and I've sorted my shulker boxes, and as you can see we got almost 2 full shulker boxes of purple blocks. Got some banners. We also have a decent amount of these pillars and some magenta stained glass, some stairs and slabs. I also have the obsidian and the item frame from the end ship, and we also have some of these endstone bricks. Now I definitely want more of these, but I think we should have enough of these blocks. So I think what I'm gonna do is, because I have enough of these purple blocks but I don't have enough of these endstone bricks, I'm just gonna go on an endstone mining session. Just gonna grab these. I think with these you can make endstone bricks. If the world isn't lagging, come on. Yes, you can craft endstone bricks from endstone. So yeah, there's no need for me to take down another one of these. I'm just gonna mine for some endstone. And I think I want at least this shulker box to be completely filled with endstone bricks. So I'm gonna do that and I'll bring you back once I'm ready to transform our obsidian pillars into towers. Alright, so I've quickly jumped into my creative world, and as you can see right here, I have built 3 of these obsidian towers from the end in here, and I've tried to decorate them using the blocks you can get from the end cities. And this is the design I came up with. I think it looks really cool. I cannot wait to build this in survival. So as you can see, we have 3 towers. These are the 3 sizes of towers you can get in the end. In case you didn't know, these are the footprints of the 3 sizes of towers. I think officially they're called end spikes. I might be wrong in that. But I'm just gonna call them towers. So the first thing I did with these towers is I put a roof on it. So using the purple blocks, I made a roof and I switched the stairs with the endstone brick stairs. We also have these blocks hanging down from the roof, and I'm using the end rods. There we go, you can see that this is how it would look like in the end. And I think it looks really cool. The end rods really give it so much atmosphere. Then I also made some windows. I used these stairs and slabs to create this design where there are some parts sticking out, and I think it looks really cool and it really fits the vibe I'm going for. And then we also have these random decorations to fill up the space. You also might have noticed this beacon beam coming out of the top of this build. I actually have a tier 1 beacon underneath the roof. I actually also plan to do this in survival because 9 or 10 months ago I actually killed 32 withers, so I should definitely have enough nether stars for this. And I think it just looks really cool. And then last but not least, I have these walkways I was talking about. This one went really well. I love the feel of this walkway. It's pretty straightforward. Now unfortunately I don't think I'm gonna be able to create walkways between every single tower, mainly because some of these towers are actually really short and they just don't have the space for them, but also because sometimes they are on a very weird angle like this one. For this walkway I had to use a pattern of 1 block, 2 blocks, 1 block, 2 blocks, etc. And then every 5 blocks we need to go 1 up. And it just doesn't look as great as that one. So yeah, not all towers are going to be connected with walkways, only the ones that actually look good, just like this one. As for the design of the towers, they are pretty much identical, apart from the roofs. Of course, the roofs are going to be bigger for every size of tower, and also the biggest size has these extra pillar decoration thingies. This just fills up the space and gives it more of a chaotic look. So yeah, now that I have decided on the design, now it's time to start building this in our survival world. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and just build up all of the smallest sized towers, and we'll see how it looks. And here we are back in our survival world. You can see I've set up camp in the middle, and I've already built the 3 smallest towers, and I think they look awesome. In the end, it's always, I guess you could say, nighttime, so these emeralds really create that amazing vibe. And also you can see I've set up all of the beacons here. I've used gold because I didn't want to spend my iron on this. I think this looks amazing. I cannot wait to see this entire end transformed. It's gonna look so cool. So I think it's now time for me to start working on the other pillars. We have 3 more pillars that are tier 2, and then I'll start working on the biggest towers, which are the ones I'm standing on right now. And once we've done that, then we can start thinking about walkways connecting the 2 towers. Again, these are very short. I don't think a walkway is needed for these. But for example, between these 2 towers, a walkway would be perfect. Hello, how are you doing? I'm doing great, thank you for asking, because 1, I finished all of these towers, they look amazing. It looks so cool. 2nd of all, it's my birthday. I'm old now. And 3rd, I actually got myself one of these gaming chairs. They actually look so amazing and they're so comfy. And also I got myself a new microphone. So now I actually have myself a professional microphone instead of a crappy headset. So it's one of these microphones that you can screw onto the side of your desk, and with the arm you can move it wherever you want. And it's amazing. Also the quality is so much better. And now I have way less background noise from my PS4. I guess that's because of the polar cardioid pattern, something like that. Basically what it does is it focuses less on the noise coming in from behind the microphone and more on the front. So yeah, I'm really happy with my upgrade here. Anyways, let's talk about this build. This took me 10 to 15 hours. It was alright. It definitely became repetitive at some point, but it was all worth it in the end. Look at this. It looks awesome. The colors are perfect for the end. Also, I noticed that there was actually a 4th size of tower, which is this one right here. So that right there is size number 1, that's number 2, number 3, and number 4. This one is absolutely huge. Also, do you remember the portal bug? The one that killed me so many times? It has been solved. When I logged into Minecraft today, I saw this message and yeah, it's solved now. So I shouldn't have to worry about losing absolutely everything due to a stupid bug. But yeah, this project, it was something. So much work, so much frustration, but look at where we are now. But now there's only one more thing left to do, which is to build something here in the middle. I know that originally I told you guys that I wanted there to be a building in the middle with a dragon's nest on top, but I feel like a giant building here would obstruct the view. I just love standing here and be able to look around in all directions and be able to see all of the towers around me. So I'm not gonna build a building here. What I am gonna do, however, is I'm definitely going to make the dragon's nest. I think it's a really cool idea. The only problem is I have nothing in my head. I have no inspiration. I don't know what to build there. But yeah, I think more designing is needed in creative to be able to build this, because I'm not gonna build something this big out of obsidian and then realize it doesn't look great at all and I have to take it all down again. So what I'm gonna do right now is go back into creative, figure out something for this middle here, and once I have a design ready, I'll bring you guys back. So I'll see you after many hours of head scratching and slamming my head into the wall. Of course that was a joke. I would never slam my head into the wall. I always use my desk. But yeah, anyways, I'm gonna go... I'm sorry. I'm gonna go to work and I'll see you once I have a cool design. Alright, we're back here in my creative world, and as you can see, I've come up with a few designs for our dragon's nest, and I think we can all agree that that one looks way better. That one doesn't even look like an egg. So this is the design I will be building in my survival world. So as you can see, we got the nest right here, which is all of this purple and obsidian. And oh, what happened? Okay. And then we have our dragon's nest right in the middle. Now you might be asking, what even is this? What is this made out of? I personally believe that the dragon made her nest by vomiting. That's right. She made her nest by vomiting her stomach acids. So in the dragon, of course, it's hot. It's a dragon, so all of this is a fluid. But then when she, vomits it out and it lands on the ground, it's going to cool down and become a solid substance. So it's going to turn into obsidian. And personally, I think that is a really cool backstory. You can imagine the dragon vomiting, and then when it's still kind of fluid, she can make the shape of her nest. And then when it's all cooled down, it looks a little bit like this. And then she can use her hot breath to warm up the stones again, to warm up the obsidian and other materials that this is supposedly made out of, and it can keep the egg warm. And then you can exit the end portal by coming in this gap here in the egg. And yeah, about this, I thought it looked cool. Alright. Oh, I have another idea for the backstory. Maybe this is a shell of an egg, not an actual egg, and it's supported by these pillars. So a dragon was already hatched out of this, but then they rebuilt the egg and placed it back on the dragon's nest. Anyways, the design is finally ready. Now the only thing left to do is to put this in our survival world. So I'm gonna get to work, and we'll see you when our end transformation is fully complete. So here's a little fun fact for y'all. I just died, as you can see on my levels. I only have 23. I died when I was inspecting my machines at the industrial district. I forgot I didn't have Elytra on, and I plummeted to my death. I lost almost 200 levels of XP. I lost a lot of XP in this video. When I went to fight the dragons, I also lost 125 XP. But anyways, here we are in our end, and it is now officially fully complete. This looks amazing. So as you can see, I have built the dragon egg in the middle, and I've also put some carpet on here because of course we don't want enderman spawning. But for the observant people, you might have seen that there are some endermen down there. Unfortunately, I can't put carpet on there without ruining everything. My goal of keeping this entire island enderman proof has failed. What hasn't failed though is being able to transform my end into something truly magical. Also, I told you guys that I wanted to have an enderman farm here. Unfortunately, with this in the middle, I can't have that. But yeah, this project is now fully finished and it looks amazing. I'm so proud of it. But that also means that this is the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed, because I did. This was an amazing project to work on. So with that said, I hope I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.